仮を作ったままの自分とは今日でお別れです。
ATLUS seems to be on a roll today with all the current info drops relating to P5R. Even though I've let a few announcements slip by, I'll still be covering them in today's video. We also have the added benefit of ATLUS announcing details that we didn't know about until later dates. Those details specifically relate to Kasumi, her persona element and arcana. So in this video I'll be covering the Kasumi trailer, details on the Royal Flush edition, and the second Morgana report. Now, if you're familiar with how I roll, I'll be breaking down the trailers, pointing out anything of interest, but do keep in mind that I don't speak nor read Japanese, so I might miss out on some small details. But I'll be using Letter Source's translations to assist with this. Be sure to check out their channel in the description below. It's Duane here from DewyHQ, let's get started. Starting with the Kasumi trailer, it opens up with Kasumi speaking to Joker as she walks past him, and draws and catches her rapier from a shadow. She tells Joker that she will move past anyone she thought she was indebted to. If we look closely, the area that they're actually in is from Sai's casino dungeon in one of the back rooms. This is featured in the opening prologue of the original game. Based on this scene alone, I would assume that Kasumi perhaps warns Joker or possibly influences the outcome of his capture. Regardless, I feel that she will play a large role in the plot overall. We are then greeted by more new music by Lin, which is called Takeover, which we now know will play during preemptive strikes during battle. We then transition into what seems to be Joker hanging out with Kasumi, possibly during her confidant. Kasumi is showcasing to Joker her excellent batting skills at what is perceived to be Yonjinjaya batting cages. This could either occur during a confidant boosting event or as an actual rank up event. It is also possible that this event occurs as a mandatory day-to-day event while Joker gets to know her. Afterwards, we then transition to the Hawaii field trip event, where Kasumi cutely sneaks up behind Joker to surprise him. If we are still following the major events of the original game by this point, I believe that she isn't part of the Phantom Thieves since Haru isn't actually part of the party yet. My current speculation is that she will join after Haru or possibly just beforehand. It's interesting to note that only the second years were supposed to go to Hawaii for the field trip event. But Haru and Makoto get to go as chaperones, but Kasumi is a first year. It's odd that she gets to go along with the field trip when she's not a second year, unless the first year students are also invited to the field trip. Shortly after, we cut to Joker and Kasumi sitting in the diner, where she seems to have finished up multiple meals while Joker is only drinking coffee, training up that guts. This may hint at the main theme of her confidant. I believe Kasumi is actually a glutton and enjoys food, but is told by society that she needs to keep a slim figure and only eat small portions to the point of an unhealthiness to remain a dancer. We can also see that her summer clothes consist of a blue polka dot blouse and a white skirt or shorts. Following this, we are treated to Kazumi's awakening scene, which seems to take place in what I believe has been confirmed as an opera. So this may actually be Kazumi's own palace, similar to Futaba, or perhaps someone fairly close to Kasumi, perhaps a parent, friend, or rival. We can also see that a new demon has been confirmed, Bayaki, which last appeared in Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. It's also noteworthy that the only party members witnessing her awakening are Joker and Morgana. This leads me to believe that Joker, Kasumi, and Morgana are in this place unintentionally, similar to how Joker and Ryuji first discovered the metaverse on accident. Kazumi's persona is called Cendrillon, or more commonly known as Cinderella herself, which ties into the dance motif that Kasumi represents, and could also be seen as rebellion towards the expectation of obedience. A Twitter user @Chromicons noted that Cendrillon has a clock on her chest, showing the numbers 9, 10, 11, and 12 prominently. This is likely a nod to how Cinderella could only stay at the ball until midnight. During these scenes, we can see the background is much more well defined, showcasing the Opera Palace, and we can also tell from the party's health that the awakening takes place towards the higher levels, possibly around the level 50 or 60 mark. In other materials, we've also been told that Kasumi is of the Faith Arcana, which we can assume that Cendrillon is also the same. Cendrillon also seems to focus on physical, holy, and partial healing skills, similar to Akechi's Robin Hood. During the gameplay, we can see Kasumi landing a critical hit on the demon and then launching into an all-out attack. Although we have confirmation of the Arcana and element, we still don't have a codename for Kasumi. I have seen the word swan being thrown around over Twitter, as some users have looked into the code of the P5R website. This would make sense, as she is affiliated with dance, and Swan Lake is one of the most famous ballet plays. The only other codename I've speculated for Kasumi is Princess, fitting in with the card theme that's already been established with Joker and Queen. However, I do believe that Swan is a better candidate. The trailer then ends off with Kazumi's all-out attack splash screen, exclaiming, "Beauty is devotion." Next, we'll move on to the Royal Flush edition. So far, it has only been confirmed for Japan, although the West will probably receive a similar, watered-down version like usual. The Japanese Royal Flush collection is set to include a special designed cover box, a 48-page art book, P5R 2-disc soundtrack, a t-shirt designed by P Studio, and DLC costumes. We've also received confirmation that any DLC purchased for Persona 5 will carry over to Persona 5R. And during the E3 conference, we actually got confirmation on 2 new voice actors for the characters of Kasumi and the counselor Takuto Maruki, through an English version of the original trailer, those being Laura Post and Billy Kometz, respectively. It seems that all of the main cast will return to their previous roles. After this, I actually wanted to touch on a couple of short videos that have been uploaded by ATLUS over the last few weeks. They have mainly been short clips showcasing Kasumi, Takuto, and most importantly the twins at Big Bang Burger. I'd like to think that I was right on the money when it came to predicting an outing with the twins in the fast food joint. But this further alludes to a completely redesigned confidant featuring the twins and Joker visiting various places all over Tokyo, rather than just doing Persona Fusion requests. Lastly, I want to cover the second Morgana report. First off, Morgana states that he's quite excited that he's received lots of messages about P5R. This seems to be ATLUS's way of getting fans excited by having Morgana slowly drip feed information to keep the hype train running. Morgana first talks about Kasumi and how she's seen to be a promising future gymnast and that she's working very hard to make it come true. He then notes that we can make a deal with Kasumi and strengthen her bond with her, but doesn't go into detail on what that deal is. However, he notes that her abilities will prove quite useful to the team. We can also note here that her confidant rank is quite strange. It can only reach a maximum of level 5. Morgana showcases that one of her abilities that we can get from her is to use the grappling hook to launch preemptive strikes. Morgana highlights that Kazumi's weapons are a rapier and a short rifle, and then proceeds to talk about Sandrillion and confirms that her attributes are bless and physical skills. Morgana then states the following: "I hope she can become an ally of the Phantom Thieves, friend or foe, I wonder what she'll be." This may suggest that Kazumi's social link isn't actually mandatory, and completing it will unlock the true ending. Before moving on, I actually want to highlight something quickly about Kazumi's Arcana. Since her confidant rank can only reach 5, I would assume we can unlock more ranks since she appears very early on in the game, and I wanted to look a little closer into it. When comparing her tarot card with the others in the game, her tarot card is the only one with the colours inverted. This seems to suggest that her Arcana is reversed from the start of the game, and then possibly is reverted to normal after spending time with Joker. The climax of this inversion may occur when she joins the Phantom Thieves. One of the questions being asked to Morgana is a user wondering if there will be a gallery mode to rewatch cutscenes and important events. Morgana then states that there will in fact be a gallery mode in Persona 5R. He's apparently going to steal more information about this later on. The next question asks about Akechi and if he will receive new outfits, considering the main cast have all received new outfits to wear throughout the game. Morgana confirms that Akechi will have new outfits and that we should look forward to them at a later date. He then shows us a new picture of Haru with Joker in Akihabara with her new winter outfit on. Morgana then jumps into new palace gameplay and battle features. He talks about the new demons with the dark aura. He advises that sometimes they will retaliate after hitting them, and they'll be quite troublesome to deal with. However, if we do manage to defeat them, we'll guarantee ourselves a rare item. Morgana then talks about the hidden skull items you can find throughout palaces. After finding them all in a palace, they'll become an accessory that allows a character to use a skill. This is showcased with Ryuji using Dia, a skill that he can't normally learn. Morgana then touches on the new grappling hook, allowing you to travel to faraway distances you normally couldn't reach, demonstrating again that it can be used on enemies. This clip is important in particular, as Morgana previously stated that this was one of Kasumi's confidant abilities. We can see Joker using it in Kanashiro's palace. This means that Joker can start the confidant with Kasumi before reaching this dungeon, which takes place around June. Morgana then states that battles aren't the only thing that have changed, but your equipment also. He notes that EY has improved his customization of weapons, allowing for more status and element type customization. Morgana also mentions that ammo will be refilled after every battle, which is a great quality of life update. However, this might mean that you are only given one clip of ammo each battle until you unlock more clips of ammo through the Tower Confidant. And that's pretty much it for the Persona 5 Royal News Roundup. If you spotted something I missed, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and look forward to more future P5R content. As always, it was Duane here from DewyHQ, signing out. See you guys.